You got. I mean, we.
You can't.
There's been
We've
no.
already established that we don't like people that do that.
When I do it, it's not. It's not loud.
Okay. So, have you seen where I feel like I get into weird things on TikTok and social media. Have you seen where it's like men don't ever let their partners see them full flaccid?
Why not?
I feel like I've definitely seen both.
Really? So there was like a thing where it's like
I feel like
I
that,
I
didn't,
don't listen anymore.
that didn't pick up it.
that the men when they're dating somebody
No, I thought you would say.
or at least dating someone new, there's always just a couple of
Oh, they fluff.
yeah, they fluff
Ah.
themselves.
I feel like that's why guys like they do this weird thing where like kind of like it's this swiping motion.
Yeah. Or like
What?
they try to like situate. They're not actually situating. They're fluffing.
Yeah, they're jerking it.
Weird.
So my question,
Hmm?
where this was going, is: do you think, on at least Naked and Afraid of Love, do you think these men are out here?
Oh yeah, there is a guy
Fluffing it?
who says like, "I'm gonna go meet the girl. I don't want to like be flaccid."
So these men are out here fluffing it.
I'm going to assume that like, if one guy did it, this is a very you have to think this is a very specific archetype of dude.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Type of dude who has to go out into nature to feel like they're like
A man.
I'm big bad.
So
right?
I wouldn't say Naked and Afraid. Those guys or like the second one aren't necessarily out there fluffing it because they're out there trying to prove something.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
one that's like in love,
Yes.
like a dating show.
Because he's
Yes.
like trying to win a dating show.
Yes,
He didn't really come out there for the survival aspect.
right.
He
He's
was
there
like,
to
I'm gonna see a booby
yeah.
and I'm gonna be
I'm
out in
gonna
nature.
A
Right.
boopy.
I'm gonna do one eye up, one eye down. You know.
Do you think those men are out there just fluffing it just a little
100%.
bit?
I can almost guarantee you that if we watch episode 1, you're gonna see a guy say, I can't go in lesson."
I need to watch this immediately.
We're blurred, right? Like they're
Yeah,
blurred.
it's blurred,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I don't know about plus. Like, yeah, plus. That's fucking more.
Cody might not.
How is that possible?
Cody version, dude.
No, I'm just asking. How is Cody getting this version of the footage?
They're getting just raw data.
That's insane.
Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that it exists. That's insane that Cody just has that.
Well, probably because
So wait, I gotta ask this question. You have seen a flaccid peen. Right?
yes.
You don't think you've ever seen just a flaccid peen?
I'm sure I have.
I'm sure I have.
Like,
I feel like you should know if you have or not seen a flaccid bean. You've never had a guy be like, "Can you like help?"
I don't mean like that. I mean like you've never been like, you wake up the next morning, right? And you're like, oh.
Well, usually they don't sleep naked.
You do another thing in life where.
Oh, I'm
like out of the shower, right? They don't see you coming.
Well,
right?
no, the one guy was like trying to fucking take a shower.
Not that guy, right? But I'm saying like let's say you're taking a shower, you don't know that person is there. They walk in on you.
You don't
and
look
like,
down.
Little peen.
Lil.
Yeah, little peen. Not regular peen. That's little peen.
Little peanut.
Some people it's not little peen. Some people it's just peen with no rigidness.
Rigid is.
Rigidness.
I'm gonna say that I have not seen one since I was probably 21. Full faucet.
Okay. No vulnerability. That's not trust.
No, that's because I haven't been with anybody long enough
Yeah.
for that to take place.
My joke was funny though.
It was. Mine was sad.
Yeah, it was.
R-S-E-C-T.
So I'm sure I have. I'm sure I've seen my exes. We were together for 4 years. I imagine.
I don't like how you're saying I imagine. Like there's some
Again,
uncertainty
I
there.
blocked a good chunk of that
Yeah,
out.
that's fair.
There's
That's fair.
repression there.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yes.
She'd rather forget it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't need those memories.
Nothing impressive. Nothing to write home about.
Facts.
That's fair.
Not
That's
worth,
fair.
Not worth talking about.
Okay.
He did have a foot fetish though.
Outrageous.
What the fuck? Man? Moment of
Is this
silence.
alcoholic?
Yeah.
Okay, we're starting on that. Okay, we've found his code name.
I'm glad you guys didn't go foot guy because that'd be fucking brutal. The foot guy?
We're good.
He was, I don't know if he still is, super ashamed about it.
He's ashamed about his fetish.
Yeah, he was. I don't know if he still is. He didn't want his friends to know.
Like,
I don't know. It's always been like a joke for me.
So I would sometimes crack jokes and he'd get mad at me because he didn't want his friends to know. I'm like, you do realize like that's probably the most common fetish that there is out there.
Yeah, I would say it's one of the
Top
the
5.
big 3
Well,
at least.
the one person that did tell me they had that kind of fetish was like, I don't want people to know.
Yeah. Because, there's shame. Vulnerable, sex is very vulnerable for people. Sometimes people build up shame in that space.
I think it's just because I'm sure the shame is because most people when they hear that somebody has a foot fetish, they're like, "What the fuck?" That's everybody's reaction.
They
have your reaction.
Yes.
The fuck?
They're like, "What? Why?" Because most people do not like feet in the slightest.
100%.
So, yes, he did.
Stop looking at me.
Because you hit me with your foot.
I have one fucking toe hit your toe, dude. Calm down.
That was one toe too many.
Yes,
You should remember that.
You touched your toes.
We touched big toes. Chill out, dude. Should have been a bonding experience and wasn't. You made it horrible for me. Traumatized.
I'm sorry for traumatizing you.
Yes.
But also, it was pretty funny.
It
It was
was
hilarious.
because I literally was just like, you like, I'm fucking doing that shit. Don't fucking touch my toe. What the fuck? You went Brooklyn, dude.
Sometimes you gotta bust out comedic timing when it's perfect.
Yeah, because I was
Then-
willing to move past it.
Yeah, you're willing to ignore it and just look me dead in the eye, and I was like, no, we're not
Oh.
doing that.
No.
Didn't we then touch feet shortly
Yeah.
afterwards?
And
Okay.
I got scared because I thought I touched his toe again.
No, it's just my foot.
I was gonna yell at me again. I was like, oh good, it's just Elizabeth.
We can touch feet. I don't care.
Okay, isn't that
Friendship.
Nice? You know what? That is true. You know what? I was gonna say one day hope to get to that level of friendship, but I can wait. I can wait on that one. That's a different.
Have you
level.
ever like foot to foot with somebody?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like,
Yeah, like
Yeah, 100%. Why's that funny?
I want to ask about it, but I don't want to bring up.
we don't want to bring up more trauma for you. I
Trauma
feel like
for
we've
you.
Trauma.
lived through enough. Did you used to like? No, never mind. As a
wow,
kid.
wow.
Well, I feel like this is maybe something I just did in my childhood.
Mhm.
Like bicycle.
Yeah, like the thing
Oh
You
yeah,
so your feet to feet, and you're like,
I've done that with a girl. Yeah, 100%.
okay.
with a girl.
Yeah, I'm not touching dudes' feet.
How old are you?
What
This
do
was
you
your
mean?
flirting?
No.
Were you in college?
Just a child.
I have a talent for massage, and I offered it to a couple of ladies that I was seeing before.
Oh,
And
that's
sometimes
his
they'd be
move.
they'd be like, "Oh yeah, I have
That's
moves,
your move.
right?
You have moves?
Not
Can we see
the
them?
move, right? But I would offer, and they would be like, "Oh yeah, like massage my toes."
Some
And I was
dude.
like-
Massage my toes.
They didn't say it like that, but that's what I heard, and I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna do the base of the foot. I'm not gonna go." too
So you
fucking-
went foot to foot, so you didn't have to touch it?
Sometimes I have done that just as like a funny joke because I like to joke about foot fetishes because it's funny. And I'm just, you ever do that thing where you just clasp your hand through the
the
spaces?
toes. Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious to me. Hilarious.
This man
'Cause
is
the
scared
face
to
you're
touch
making
your
right-
big toe, but
He
literally
fucking grips a fucking-
clasp.
Well, it was my girlfriend at the time. Like,
Okay.
we had been through more than toe touching. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It was just
you had been
funny.
inside her.
Yeah. It was just funny to be like, you know, like- because the thing about toes that's hilarious is that if you get get it locked in there, they can't escape.
It-
The
stop.
toes
As much
can't?
as they try to like get away.
It's horrible.
Your hands in the damn. That's crazy.
That's crazy. You're really stuck.
Yeah, that's how I am. I like to have fun, but I don't like to touch toes.
Sounds like a snake.
I tried straight face. I don't like to suck on toes.
No, dude. No,
You
I've
know-
had like a lot of dude friends be like, "Why don't you like to suck on girls' toes?" And I'm like,
I'm being honest.
That's
I
like
don't-
self-explanatory, bro.
it's like, not my thing. I have not. Yeah, I'm not gonna disrespect your hustle, disrespect how you get down, but it's not what I need to get to where I need to be. You know what I mean?
Have you
Yeah,
ever had a?
take it or leave it?
My escalator doesn't need that step. You know what I mean?
Have you ever had a foot job?
No. Have you guys
Are you
given?
given?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm
Very glad I didn't know I put the.
we're gonna. This is gonna get depressing.
Oh,
Real
no.
quick.
Oh my god, why does
Oh,
every...
no.
I'm so sorry.
Well, sex stories either go funny or sad.
It seems all yours are kind of depressing.
I know. I know. I'm
A
sorry.
sexual succubus.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
So
that-
sorry.
Dude,
I'll-
I'll
fucking
I'll
dead
find
people.
funnier sex stories. Hang on.
I'll be honest. I was in like kind of a fugue state when you brought up sexual succubus, and I gotta say that's a fire ass term.
Yeah,
I
it
gotta-
is.
Thank you.
I
Can we
was in
coin
awe,
that?
kind of. You know?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great.
I should be a sex therapist.
So
What is the requirements for that?
the alcoholic foot fetish, right?
Yeah,
Oh, right. Yeah, you had to.
So
I mean, you didn't have to.
I did. So here, this is. I just.
you had a responsibility. He'd love the feats.
So
At least try it.
Oh, this is gonna be so sad. I apologize for killing any sort of fun in this room. It reached a point where I didn't like to do it, but I was more willing to do it if it meant that.
You wouldn't do the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Girl, I get that.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Well, well, I can understand that because but it's your feet. That feels. I feel like it just feels more personal if it's feet, right? I guess not.
You'd have to tell us.
What do you mean? No, I'm not saying from her. I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not gonna die on that hill.
Because
It's
it's
a bad
his
hill.
fetish?
No, I'm just saying like the feet part. That feels like so much work to me. You know what
I
I mean?
literally.
Oh, 100%. That's it.
No,
Or
I was.
exercise.
It was literally.
No,
Just,
and he did what?
this is all you had to do. This is all it took for me. This
Oh,
is,
really?
This is the effort that I had to
Okay,
do.
okay. Now I'm like, oh, that's a smart move. Honestly,
So for Uzi.
Yes.
it's called a
He-
pussy.
He did.
If you're gonna make fun, you gotta get the terms down.
He did all of the work. I just had to lay there, like this, with my feet off the bed.
So I allowed
Yep.
thighs.
Interesting. What about boobs?
100%. I like that, I think, more than you did.
I've never been able to do it.
Like, I started, like, gaining enough weight that it kind of went to my boobs, and I was like, okay, now I feel like I can do this.
Yeah. I think any weight that I gained went straight to my ass. What? Hot dog.
How did I know it was gonna go to hot dog?
Oh my god, I have to pee so bad. You guys, I'm gonna pee my pants.
You just look at him like, oh, okay. This is an intense Oh. Hi. What the fuck is going on over here? What a journey. What a journey this has been.
Yeah, it started with someone licking your face.
It did.
And now it's about foot fuck and thigh fucks.
About foot jobs. And,
I don't think it was a foot job because I feel like a foot job, the girl's doing work. I think he was fucking her feet.
Well, I'm imagining like these are the feet, right?
Yeah.
And he's going this way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
but
fucking her feet.
If she just stomped.
Holy shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
could you imagine?
That's a... Where'd you get British then? It's like a
how I always say that.
It's a counteraction. Yeah, you know? Because all you really have to do is just do little steps against the pelvis, right? And
gotta be a way to get him to stop.
I mean, it kind of...
You fucking just kicked him into the fucking closet. That kind of
also goes into dom behavior, too, because you're getting stepped on.
True.
What?
We're trying to differentiate between, like, actual foot jobs.
Just chatting us two
and,
friends,
like,
too.
Foot fucking. So, like, if you just stay there like that, I feel like it's just a foot fuck. Yeah. Foot jobs, like, I'm not going to do the thing.
But you're actually doing
it. Also, I got to remind you guys, there is a level where your toes are shown.
Ooh, no free foot content.
It's... the lid of your can is the top.
Okay.
Is the bottom.
He's saying if you, like, kind of push back.
Yeah.
Like these are your feet.
Yes.
Right?
You had the motion.
Yeah.
You were doing... Got it.
Yeah.
So then maybe that'd be a foot job. But I also feel like you could have gotten him to stop if you kicked him hard enough.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Straight to the nuts.
You would have keeled over. You would have farted too, 100%.
You would have farted too.
Because that's like the bottom of the gut there. You get all that pressure. Did you think about him keeling over with a boner and a fart?
Into like a closet or something.
Yeah, just like it'd be a real solid motion.
Like, are you okay?
You don't bounce back from that, I feel.
Yeah, that's kind of a fear, you know, because... There's like some things I think that like if you retain a boner through, that's bad, you know.
True.
Because there's some limits of the human body you don't want to know.
Right. That is one of them.
You know, like I don't want to know I can surpass a fart and fall. And I'm still going. I'm still ready for this. No. I gotta be like, okay, that's it.
Babe, I'm still good.
I'm good.
I don't know what about that kept me going, but something did. I don't know if it was the fart, the fall, or the
combination.
One of those three things is keeping me where I need to be.
Oh my gosh. Oof.
But no, I've never done a foot job.
Hey, you know what?
It was a lot easier.
You know what? I respect you for finding your way out.
Thanks. You sacrificed them feet.
Yeah.
For the greater good.
I don't know what else to really say, honestly.
Less shameful than the other.
Honestly, I understand that. Yeah.
He told me about it over FaceTime. His fetish. When I was in England.
You're kind of... you're like...
He's like...
You're like across the pond.
Yeah.
You're far enough away. And
how
we're over
far into your relationship is this?
Probably around 2 years.
Oh, yeah. Because they do say that 2 years is like when you're like, okay, this person, they're not faking anymore. Like this is for surezies. So I would get, he felt like secure enough to be like, this is the time.
Oh no, because here's the best part, right? I was in England. First of all, he fought me the entire first semester before I was to leave about going to England, and then probably about 2 months into it, he broke up. We broke up, and I did not speak to him until I came back to the United States because he couldn't handle me being that far away.
Did you break up with him after he told you about these?
Immediately? No.
Immediately
It
not.
was just like...
Was it the same phone call?
No. So,
okay.
No. The fetish didn't have anything. I will say I had a very poor reaction to it because he's like, I've got to tell you something. And for some reason, I guessed it. And I was like, please don't tell me it's a foot fetish. And he like, I was like, oh
You're
shit.
like, please God, no.
I was like,
a foot fetish.
Foot in
And
mouth.
he's just quiet.
Yeah. Foot in mouth.
Literally.
I feel like that, you probably could tell though, you know what I mean? Like, because he might have been staring at them dogs at some point, and you're like, that's a little bit
Or if
weird.
he like always wanted to rub your toes. I feel like
No,
he
I
wasn't
hadn't.
that kind of boyfriend.
No, I had no signs.
No sign?
No signs. But then,
Do you ever like check his phone and see like the pics?
no, I didn't. I
He
never
was, like,
really.
really excited whenever he wore sandals. He just like,
I never really.
Those are cute.
I never got
tell
any
you.
inclinations. I never really went through his phone. Probably should have. Hindsight. But yeah, he told me through FaceTime while I was in England, shortly after I arrived, actually.
By the way,
Yeah.
it's outrageous.
What's with you on these surprises, dude?
I don't know, man. And here's what. So obviously, being in different countries, different continents, is hard with a 5-hour time difference. I think at the time. And this man was not used to not having me around.
Right.
So he told me, in my head, my theory is he told me about this because after he had told me about this, he essentially just wanted me to FaceTime him and just put the camera at my feet.
Oh, I guess that's simple enough.
Yep.
Yeah, he wanted feet pics. That's what he wanted.
Yep. He's like, can you like rub your feet together? And,
No,
like,
dude.
I was like, this is.
You're asking for way too fucking much right now.
I love the idea of being in like a teen relationship, being like, that's too much. That's too much.
Like
These toes are
the
too-
weird part is like,
Because never have I ever like rubbed my toes together.
It was
Yep.
like- Were you playing Never Ever Ever just then?
I don't know if I ever like
Drink.
drink.
God, I need a shot to get through this.
I have 6 high noons in my car right now.
Jesus Christ.
What
You
flavor?
should have been drinking this whole
No
fucking
kidding.
time.
I was doing the podcast setup.
What flavor?
I think it's the splashback.
I don't. Oh, okay.
It's like passion fruit and shit.
Oh yeah.
Mango.
Yes.
Pomegranate.
It was just I don't. It was weird. But I put up with it because it was just easier, right? No, we broke up because he couldn't handle that I was so far away. So like, I pretty much I wasn't allowed to make friends.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So obviously, different country, international plan, but I really only used my phone when I was connected to Wi-Fi. Unless it was like free emergencies, then I connected to data. So he did not like when I would leave the dorm room and not have Wi-Fi because he couldn't get a hold of me.
Right.
And then when I would be like, oh, well, I went to like KFC with my friends. He's like, he would fight.
Did I tell you you could do that?
Kind of.
Oh, God.
Or it was like when I was done with classes for the day, because at that point he wasn't going to classes anymore.
Mm.
He was on FaceTime with me, and he didn't like. So there was actually like a 2-week period where I would just hold up in my dorm room after classes on FaceTime with him because he wouldn't let me hang up and leave.
Basically, I had no life.
Yeah. I was like, I'm literally here in England to experience this and like travel and have different experience. You know what I mean? And you're hindering that
Yeah.
massively.
So, how long were you there single?
Probably a good 4.5, 5 months.
It's a good amount of time.
Yeah.
To like rediscover yourself.
Yes. And actually, I was told that I was, by the end of me being there, I was pretty confident. Pretty, not super outspoken, but I could like hold my own kind of thing. I wasn't super timid. But my friend noticed that almost as soon as I got back to the United States, I like reverted back to the person that I was when I first arrived.
Right.
And was like super quiet and afraid to like stand up for myself and like all of that kind of stuff.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But, you know.
I think it kind of makes you a stronger person now.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Like that could be like rock bottom or something.
It was definitely a bottom. It definitely sucked. I hit, there was.
Yeah, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes.
Yeah. Took me a minute.
You rose from the ashes. That's what matters. Not where you were, but where you're going.
I don't know where that's at. I feel like I'm just wading in water at this point.
You know what? As long as you're doing, you're doing.
I'm doggy paddling.
I wish I could do that. I cannot swim. I'm in some deep ass water. That's life.
At least it's not a riptide.
At least it's not. Those suck. God, those suck.
I kind of feel like this shit, like, time in my life right now. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think that's
Feel a little lost.
very relatable.
I think that's yesterday when I was texting you, and I was like, I don't know what is happening. I was like, is this? I don't know if this is hormones or what. But I was like crying and everything.
Yeah, but like they can't be that bad,
right?
Like I can't have that much of an imbalance to the point where I'm like crying and having a full fucking mental breakdown.
Right? I was like, is this hormones or is like what the hell is happening to me?
It has to be something.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's no way I'm crying over this TV show right now. I was watching Hometown, like makeover, and I was just.
You felt it, like you could feel.
Like
no,
they're building a home.
Yeah, you're like, I could feel this home is gonna change some lives.
There's
gonna be a young boy in this home that's gonna.
No, I think it was a gay couple.
They're gonna have a wonderful married life together. Probably get a couple.
They have
dogs.
so many rights now.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but like something the other day was just messing with me. I was all out of sorts, but I was like, I feel really, really sad. I couldn't place why.
I feel the same.
Sometimes I get like that too.
I'm like, this is a low point, and I don't know what's happening.
But I feel like I was also kind of isolating.
I think we both were.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. A lot of the time, these past few weeks, I felt like I just like didn't fit in anywhere. I felt kind of invisible.
Yeah.
So it was just like an overwhelming feeling of like, why am I here? What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Kind of like also the brain that I do have, it makes up a lot of shit. So like a lot of the things that I hyper focused on were probably not issues.
Right. But you focused on them and
Right.
then spiraled.
Yeah, so I was like creating shit in my head that
Right.
probably were like not that big a deal.
Yeah.
But then like beating myself up for
Over it, yeah. Yeah. I definitely not necessarily hyper focused, but I overthought spiraled. I just whatever I just couldn't stay in one train of thought. I was all over the place, and then it just down the drain from there. And I was trying to like get out of it by reading whatever it was or trying to get into it. I couldn't even focus on a TV show because my brain just wasn't letting it happen.
Yeah, I couldn't focus on my book. I really wanted to read it, but like I'd start reading and like just not feel shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like that too, where like my brain is like a kitchen that's open way too late, and someone's making way too much nonsense. Like it's not a full gumbo. It's like someone's making fucking rice for like a meatball stew. Doesn't go with a meatball stew. It's just like a bunch of erratic thoughts, and none of them make me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
And then eventually I just am like, no, let's just go to sleep. You know, that's just kind of...
Yeah.
That's just kind of the cycle that I sometimes find myself in.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because, like, I feel like I'm trapped, but not trapped at the same time. Where it's like I'm trapped in a construction of my own making.
Maybe.
Or if it's more of like, I don't know what to do if I even get out of this, you know?
Right.
I feel like sometimes like you can kind of get overwhelmed by the abundance of choices and none of them seem like the right one sometimes. I feel like that's a thing I kind of fall into.
Yeah.
My brain does that a lot.
Yeah. I don't know, I also like see other people, like people that I went to high school with and stuff, which everyone's like, you're all on your own timeline, blah, blah, blah. But also to see like all of these people that are my age or even younger who are like married and have a baby or on the way or like kids or and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck did I do wrong? Like, what is on my timeline where it's like, this isn't occurring? Why is it so hard for me to find a decent person? Not that like that's like the be all end all for me, right? Like I'm very content on my own. I have no problem being on my own, but also there are times where I'm kind of like, I just wish that I had somebody that I could kind of share some of this with, share a little bit of this burden with.
Yeah. I think even like I was at the concert, just kind of like, yeah, it's great to like do things on my own, but like it'd be nice to be there with somebody and like
and share it with someone.
Like I was legit a loner, and people around me like were with people, and I was like, I'm like fucking awkward right now.
Which I know that they like people say that's really good for you to do, to kind of go out and do things on your own.
I've been doing that for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it.
Yep.
Like I don't, you know.
Yes. I agree. But also we don't leave our house very often.
Yeah. I mean, we were gonna go to Chicago, but I was in a bad way.
I think we both were.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have made it. We probably would have cried in the car.
I was kind of just like so fucked up that I was afraid. Like I was actually gonna go in your room and like talk to you, but I was like,
oh, you definitely could have just crawled in on my bed and we could have just cried. Like that definitely could have been a very bonding moment for us because I think we were both there.
Yeah. It was either I called my dad and talked to him about how I was feeling, or it was like I go into your room and like admit some pretty fucking embarrassing shit. I feel like either way I would have been better after.
Yeah. I also think our jobs have a very good way of putting us in these horrible moods. It's very low.
There are like certain things like that we need from the sun.
Yeah, that we're not getting.
I'll be honest with you guys. Once I've like started getting more sun, I don't think I've felt anything like I did on nights. But I still feel like there's like irreparable damage that has been done to my body from it. and I was talking to Aaron about this too, where even though I'm on days, like, it's not a better job. It's the same job that I had, like, months ago. The issue is that it's a job where the stress and the time frame of it doesn't do anything for you. And then if you're working nights too, you're not getting anything outside of your job.
Right.
That's like the toughest part. Is like you're trying to balance your life, but your life doesn't have any balance because your job is full of crazy bullshit.
Yeah.
And it isn't even set up so you can like enjoy your off time.
Correct.
Like it's a tough situation that you two are in right now. Hopefully
Like,
you guys get out of it fast.
When we were off, like, on PTO, we felt so much better. We cut out a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
Like, we were drinking, like, hell. I was drinking almost, like, 2 energy drinks a night just to fucking stay up. But we went on that PTO, and, like, I was having a cup of coffee because I actually enjoy coffee. It tastes good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the sun will keep you awake because that's what it does. That's what it's for.
Right.
And so,
What is it called? Your circadian
Rhythm.
rhythm. Fucking with that actually fucks with your fucking nervous system.
and your mental
You're
health
fucking
too.
a steak, mate.
Especially because when you come back from that, like you like your rhythm's fucked up, right? Because you're trying to go back to nights, but also you're coming back to the job of our job, which is not a fun job, and it requires a lot of mental strain.
Yeah, like I joke with a supervisor and being like, "No, I'm the fixer." Like, 'cause I usually end up with like, or you end up with like the most shittiest thing that someone's fucked up and having to fix it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself, even as a joke. You know what I mean? But you know,
Well, and
I get it done though, don't
at least you're able to make jokes.
I also feel like, I don't know. I don't know if you noticed this or not, that when we lost our 2 coworkers to the day shift, it got worse.
Oh yeah.
So like it was
When the first one went, I was like, okay, this is gonna crash and burn, and it did.
a little bit, yeah. We
But
were on a downhill slope at that point, and then when he left, oh,
Forget
God.
about it.
We just face first off a cliff. There was no gradual. It just
I will say, I think I talked to you about this during the road trip, that I feel like I don't know if this, I don't know, this is going to probably get a little mushy here, but,
Oh yeah, I told her
oh, you did?
a little
was-
bit, but we want to hear it again.
yeah.
I
Can you
was
tell
just
me, please?
Going to say, right, the time frame that you guys started to reach out to me coincided almost exactly with the worst of my time.
Right.
Like, I was really going through it, and that's when you guys decided to start texting me and fucking poking fun at me and fucking riling me up about fucking feet shit, right? That's when that stuff started. And I feel like that was, in a way, you guys reaching out for, like, we need some form of interaction that's, like, beneficial. That's
Yes.
not whatever this bullshit job is. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of a little bit of the answer of, like, what I have been searching for the next phase of my life.
Right.
Is that sometimes I can't control how my romantic life goes, but I believe I can control how the friendship portion goes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm going to have to focus on. So instead of the things that I think I want, I should focus on, like, building friendships and exploring life with my friends.
Yeah.
And then just saying, like, hey, you know, like, the other stuff, probably not for the best right now.
Yeah.
Right now might be for the next 60 years, but it's not for the best right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you surround yourself with like strong people, you become a strong person too.
That's what I want to say. Like, if you guys are ever in a situation where you're like, man, I'm feeling down in the dumps. I feel like I'm a loner. I feel like I'm alone. Hit your boy up. I got literally nothing going on. I'll go to fucking Beartooth with you. I'll go to Beartooth.
Are you going to Hosier with us?
Yeah, I'll go.
I can't wait for that.
Guess I want to go kayaking too. And I've been
Yeah, this
looking into
summer.
kayaking and being like, I gotta fucking prepare.
Yeah.
That's water, guys.
Yeah. You need a life jacket.
You need to.
You need to save Eli.
I'm not a lifeguard.
You're responsible for my life if I fall in the water. I want you to know that.
I can save you too.
Yes,
I
Yeah.
did kind of twist his arm and force him into kayaking with us, so I do feel like I should maybe
Oh, so
take
it's your
on
responsibility. I
responsibility.
see.
There's a lesson I'm trying to.
I want to go skydiving for my birthday.
I can meet you at the ground.
I can meet you on the ground.
I don't know. But yeah, that's what I just wanted to say, that I really appreciate you too
Oh, we
reaching out
appreciate
during
you.
that time, just because like you guys didn't know, obviously.
No
You
clue.
didn't talk about it.
I felt like you guys did. I was like, how the fuck did they know that I'm like? Because that's when I would come in for overtime just to say hi, or just to hang out or whatever, and that really did a great service to my mental health, and I appreciate you too for that.
I mean, I will say our job 100% sucks. I don't wish this job on. Actually, that's not true. I do wish this job on a couple people because they suck.
Honestly, even then,
I
only
yeah,
wished
I
it
don't
for
know.
like maybe a month at the
Yeah.
most.
Yeah, just to experience it.
Right,
Like-
just so you can walk in my shoes
Yeah,
for a
year
minute.
on this- a year on that is
Walk a mile in my shoes and then you
Insane.
can get back to your shitty fucking life.
Yeah.
Whenever I hear about like Doug, oh my bad. When I hear about people that we've worked with and their years that they spent on
Yes.
lights, I cannot imagine the depths of the mind they explore that should not be explored.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you reach some
He had to finagle the fuck out of a day shift.
yeah. And that's
Basically
fucked.
Threatened
Yeah. Like
to leave.
but they like to think that he had reached such a low point that he was like, I gotta do whatever I can to get a day shift.
Right.
That's a brutal reality to think
I
about.
feel like that's where I'm at.
I think we're getting close.
Yeah, and that's.
I'm there.
I mean, I don't blame you.
I
guys.
think I'm one shitty set from being there.
I mean, I feel like I was at the length of time you've been at. That's when I was like, I don't know why I decided to do this. That's like the thought process I had, and I was like, what am I really gaining from being here versus
Right.
anything else?
Right.
And
I think at this point we're just holding out hope for better opportunities to move forward.
Yeah.
Then in the
If it
future,
doesn't happen by the end of this year, I'm leaving.
I think or probably right around our 2-year mark.
I kind of was in the diner yesterday, like waitress for a while.
Honestly,
that's what Jacob was saying. Was like, I don't see why you don't just get
It's like
a
at 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's all they're open for.
yeah.
Old people, I feel like tippy 20s.
Yeah.
If you look like us.
yeah, I have thought about it hard. I'm like,
was,
I think I could make a decent living as a waitress or a bartender. I'll make you drinks.
Yeah, I was talking to my coworker about this, and we both were talking about like, there's not even really a benefit.
Yeah,
I
you
did?
said it. You said it earlier.
I really?
Yeah.
Like 2 seconds ago.
Yep.
Really? Fuck.
Yes.
I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. We were talking about it before, and it feels like